Same thing. Are we ready to begin the slam? No. Blood, blood, blood. Let me introduce to you.
Great. Short form poetry. It's really helped, I think, in making me more succinct in writing, and that was part of the challenge, I thought, of trying to fit everything into 280 characters. So I'm going to read a lot of short form poetry tonight, since I do a lot of long form when I usually slam.
I think we can just add some weight.
So this is the book. It's called Love Stars. Made the cover and really brought my vision to life. So I'm going to start off just sort of telling you a little bit about my idea for the cover and why I think it represents my poetry well. So, the Love and Stars, I do like to write romantic poetry a lot as well. I love what we thought we were going to do together. And so this poem is about that. It's called The Grieving of Never Was. It was hiding in my dreams, a cozy winter cottage, snow-lined sills, a towel, a sunset on the beach, a balcony, looking out on a cityscape, painted pictures of never was. I keep it obscured in the haze in my mind, so it's only a wandering find, an echo of love left behind.
Same thing. Are we ready to begin the slam? No. Blood, blood, blood. Let me introduce to you our first poet, our first poet of the slam. Put your hands together for Mason.
As a preface, it's called commuting. I am new to commuting in a sense of the word. I traded car payment for apartment once upon a time until I couldn't, and the death of Boxy Silver has been mourned properly. As an expensive to keep mobile working poor millennial, my options became low, which means to say I am taking the bus again. The before commute had its interesting times. Someone has
Strong. I wouldn't call that an erection in the front row here. Okay, really, really high. Because I have to read them from lowest to highest. If I can't see them, then I can't do the things. Okay, you have the night incomplete.
Good.
You love me not. You love me, you love me. What I'm not gonna do is explain myself for the umpteenth time on a situation as if I'm obligated to align with the bleak substance of matters that don't concern me or deserve my energy. Even a black hole has light, and the weight of everything in it continues to pull. I can't explain it to you, but I can't comprehend it for you too. You understand. You see, it took me a while to give zero fucks effortlessly. I've found this space where I'm in a good place, face to face with adversity. I've graduated from a university where every good boy and girl does fine. And well, all the while, leveling up to self has been music. Ooh, la 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 la, sweet thing. You see, it took me years to escape this refuge, a safe haven of transparency, a debate with self and others who admire me. But I refuse to accommodate any of their feelings as if they're superior to my own. Ruling my mind, I must protect my peace, and it requires me to say less. Others' opinions of reconciling will not inhabit my address. We can meet on Peach Street, where we can agree to disagree respectfully. And I'm content with that decision. No confirmation, no mentions. I'm focusing on my happiness and healing. I'm not sorry. I'll always have an open heart and ears to listen carefully. But with this transition, I don't care to be going back, forth and forth. Like 3, 2, 1. You love me not. You love me, you love me. Unapologetically me. Thank you.
From low to high, I have a 7.1, a 7.5, a 7.6, an 8.0, and a 9.1. Applaud the poet. Voice of God, what was that number? I already have the last one, this one. A 23.1. Put your hands together for incomplete. That is a woman, in case you were wondering. Put your hands together for our next poet, Nicola.
My tears swelled up too as I read the familiar letters for me. I put my left hand on the grass and clutched for a moment, leaning into the ground. I looked up and I shook my head, and my hood fell off to my shoulder.
Hi, I have a 7.0, a 7.5, a 7.8, and an 8.8. Thank you, poet. Put your hands together for Nicola. Voice of God. What's the math on that? Because math is so hard. A 23.3.
This poem is inspired by Taking the Bakers, the Walmart song. Love is like going to a store where everything is free, but everything is fucked up. But you have been checking the magazine, talking to your friends, you have convinced yourself that the room in your living heart is missing a TV. So you walk down the aisle of fucked up TVs. Some still don't work in color. Some have dials that are missing. Some only have 3 channels. Fox News, 24-hour pawn stores, and a channel that only plays country music. But as you walk down the aisle, despite everything telling you to leave, you become even more fixated in the feeling that the living room in your heart, you need a TV. Then you find it. Oh, dusty, crusty, sitting in the back, but you see potential. Even though you have to hit the button 3 times to get it to work, the volume is either too high or too low. It sometimes don't get the picture, but it's in your budget. And you buy this fucked up TV. Take it home, give it your love, convince yourself that it ain't that bad. You start to convince yourself that you're the problem. You start to make adjustments. It's the way that you sit or act. You start praising and being thankful for the motherfucker if it works. And the motherfucker should just work. You do all this work and have something to call your own, something true to fill the living room in your heart. You show it to your friends, introduce this ungrateful motherfucker to different connections, adapters, form of entertainment. You spend all your time giving this thing culture just for it to not want to change. And now you're stuck. Your art has room taken up, but what's in it, the space isn't worth it. The attachment trying to fix it or help it all feels like a waste. Now you done invested yourself into something that you even have to leave in the corner, or might see someone else try to shine up that raggedy shit. Love is like going to a store where everything is free, but everything is fucked up. And no matter how fast you return it, you can't use the receipt.
Thank you, poet. Thank you, judges. Thank you, audience. Voice of God. Math for me. All right, I'm turning up the mic again. Who wants the mic turned up?
Blow it up. Slow motion.
a 26.5. And they're back. Give it up for Kevon. Give it up for your next poet on the mic, Madeline Page. Good applause going for our next competing poet, Janie.
I didn't understand how it could be there, how it could be so far away from whatever it belonged to. That with the winter they slew off their weight and defenses, break down even the toughest pretenses, how brave it is to be vulnerable, knowing you've got more growing to do. And I wonder how many people have come across pieces of me in the forest, have marveled at your jawline I left in the leaves, ran the smooth cold bone through their fingers, found discarded expectations in an empty robin's nest, have polished up bits of my grief to adorn their mantle, unearthed the last of my love from beneath the telescope. Have hapless hikers snagged their shells on the branches of a birch, adorning a yellow ribbon in the exact spot I found it too heavy to carry anymore.
Thank you, poet. Thank you, audience. Thank you, judges, for being so. Look at, you're like the fastest judge now. You're like, nope, I will never be last again. And I respect that. I respect that. Warm up. You just need to warm up that arm. Now you're on it. Okay, from low to high. We're almost there. We're from low to high. Have an 8.5, a 9.1. A 9.2, a 9.4, and a 9.6. Put your hands together for the poet. And the voice of God, what is that score? A 27.7. One more time for Jamie. And that is the end of round one. We're going to take a little break in poetry time. That's...
If I trip walking up here, none of y'all better laugh.
Damn.
Today, I stared into the bottle of antidepressants, head bent like a prayer, begging each dream in the form of a circle to take the pain away. I have never been a fan of The Wizard of Oz, but I have always wanted to be the Tin Man. Who needs a heart anyway? I've convinced myself the yellow brick road is just a back road covered in empty pill bottles. I have no interest in the Emerald City, or love for that matter. What they don't tell you is that after the Tin Man got a heart, he fell in love with the can opener. It cut him open, cut him deep, and left him empty. You can find him in a recycle bin, swiping right on anything promised to give him purpose. Tinder is a good name for a can drive. And love is a non-perishable item even hungry people live on the shelf. Nobody really wants it, but they pass it along for charity. So I've been popping pills instead.
Thank you, poet. Thank you, judges. Thank you, audience. Can I get some scores up in the air? From low to high, I have an 8.6,
Oh, motherfucker.
an 8.8, a 9.0, a 9.5, and a motherfucking 10. Applaud the poets. Applaud the judges. You're doing a great ass job. Put your hands together for our next competing poet, Madeline Page. Oh, maybe God. Sometimes I ignore God. A 27.3 for Shocky. Give it up one more time for Madeline Page.
Black women. I love black women. Like, I fucking love black women. Like, I love black women. Like, I love black women. I hope that you hear me saying I love black women, that you hear it in the octave that you need to hear later on in life, because I love black women. I hope when I say I love black women that you understand that I fucking love black women. Like, oh my fucking God. Like, I see y'all, like, damn. Some black women that I love. Like, I love black women. Like, I love drinks too. I love alcohol. I love food. But not like I love black women. Like, I love those things over there that cost $4. But not like I love black women. I love black women. From the beautiful mother that birthed me, the beautiful women in my life, to my sisters. I've been so grateful for my style and everything they taught me. And I just fucking love black women, so if you don't love them, fuck you.
I also love black women. I know I'm not supposed to say that.
Hey, man.
Because that makes me biased, but fuck it, I am. Okay, give me some scores. Up in the air, judges.
Listen,
So many scores.
bro, hit that shit on the nose.
There's all the scores.
8.6.
Except for one. Okay.
8.
I have from low to high an 8.6.
And
An 8.6. An 8.6. This is very consistent.
they really
And
landed.
keep that applause going for our next poet on the mic, Nicola. 8.4, an 8.0, an 8.2, a 9.0, and a 9.2. Give it up for the poet, Nicola. And that score is a 25.2. And now, give it up for the last poet, round 2, incomplete. Y'all can do better than that.
Mind of a man, aged like fine wine. Save him, I take.
That was 11 seconds. That was awesome. That was a micro poem. Lori Beth would have loved that.
Yeah.
I didn't even have time to finish writing all my things,
I'm
and I have to
sorry.
kill time here. 0.0, an 8.2, and an 8.9. Put your hands together for the poet incomplete.
Good evening. This poem is called, Trump Sensitive. That's not the name of the poem, but I just want to say Trump Sensitive. The name of the poem is called Ode to the Orange Bastard.
I'm already here.
Chain and shackle him, handcuff him, muzzle, blindfold, fingerprint him until it bleeds. Strip search that motherfucker. Make him stand there until he falls to his knees and begs, please. Castrate his sneaky, dirty plans. Put his truth on display. Use it as a target in the freak show of his life. Aim his own arrow, impregnated with hate, to make a bullseye to his evil, cold heart and open his eyes. Burn his clothes so he can lie in open state of his own lies. Expose that bastard. Break him down to his knees so he can feel the struggle that my ancestors had to endure with bruised knees, bloody whip marked backs with scars in the shape of those lynching tree branches. Nightmare his dreams, the ones with the blood curdling screams of flashbacks of dogs and fire hose attacks. Let him see and feel the pain we had to endure for just being black. Let morality pierce his soul with the broken United States Capitol flagpoles. Expose your bipolar two-face. You were never worthy of being number 45 in the first place. Salute to your white flag without stars and no color because it attacks on my black tattooed memories of the blue-eyed devil you really are, as Malcolm X described long ago. Your cousin Webster defined my black as an absence of color and something bad, dirty, soiled, but white, pure as the snow, clean. But your snow is pissed on yellow, and you're an orange man with a racist and ignorant mentality, spirituality. But reality, and in all actuality, is your fake tan, your skin to look brown. But God isn't going to play that cruel trick on us and melanate you so you can be made to look orange. A pseudo wannabe black man, made orange tan. Hope to see that man made color fade and reveal its real pale face behind those bars. But it's Trump, and we know his cell isn't going to be as equivalent to the little jail hell holes the rest of us live in. I bet your demise came as a surprise, and your nose was so far above everyone that you didn't think anyone would be able to shockwave your own shit in your face and wake you up to our reality, your freedom fantasy. Well, Mr. Trump, click, click. Those jail doors are slamming closed, so you'll stay trapped with your Playboy hoes who blew your dick into the truth. So maybe while you enjoy your new abode, you'll get a solitary visit from the ghost of sexist, the ghost of racist, bigot, a visit from the LGBTQ community, from Mr. and Miss Hypocrite, and from your BFA, the devil himself. You, Mr. Orange, have received your pink slip, or you tried to intimidate us into believing you'll never quit. But read that fine print. It's highlighted in red and basically says you are done. The Trump administration is finally dead. Long gone are the days when you could sexually fondle who you hired and get away with it. But you have expired, and thank God Almighty, Mr. Trump, you are fired.
Thank the Lord. So pretty. We do it all the way up to the mic. So if she just takes her time, then we just keep on clapping. Clearly, she's a diva. We're giving it to her.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
I was broken after it happened. I was in panic, anxious, and afraid girl. I was 18, away from home in a new country. I was up to no good when I followed him to his building. I was alone without a battle buddy to warn me. I was told that he would let me use his cell phone. I was going to call my mom. Instead, he told his battle buddies to keep watch. There was no phone. It was a lie. It to lure me in. I was without a weapon, but he had his. I was told to bend over or die. I was not sure if he was going to use that gun on me. I did what he said. I did what he said. I was so scared to run or scream. I was forced to have sex with him, unprotected. I was on the shot so I wouldn't get pregnant. I was so ashamed and blamed myself. I was too scared to tell anyone until I couldn't stop dreaming of the thing I tried to forget. I was raped. I was raped. I was raped. I was motherfucking raped. I was upset when they didn't believe me. I was broken when they asked me to prove it. What name? What face? What company? What country? What happened in detail by gruesome detail? Then I was denied compensation, but that was active in therapy. I was upset to be diagnosed with PTSD instead of MST. I still needed help to deal with these dreams or flashbacks of him being on me. I was wishing this never happened. I was wishing I could turn back time. I would tell that 18-year-old girl to never go with a stranger in a strange land. I would say that it's okay to tell someone your problems when they happen. I was raped. I survived. I was a victim of a crime and I was punished by time. Now I'm stronger and I will be heard.
Thank you, poet.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Chris Tucker once hilariously said, don't you ever touch a black man's radio. Unspoken rule, but one that touches me deeply. Don't you ever touch my aux cord. I did not spend hours upon hours illegally downloading, re-rating, self-debating, double-backing, creating, debating, and seeking the soundtrack to my life for you to be so inconsiderate to think that just because you're a passenger and the phone lays on your seat that you can commodore my aux cord. I do not want your thumbs and eyes scrolling down my playlist, glancing at each artist while quietly making a judgment on my musical taste as if you're actually qualified to have such opinions. Do not question my reasoning for which artists I choose, and not ask why one genre of music heavily dominates the selection. I have a limited 4.82 gigabytes dedicated to music, and I refuse to waste 1 megabyte on some genre I can't stand just to be diverse. As I drive, phone in one hand, steering wheel in the other, do not comment on whether this is safe. I have mastered the art of driving while adjusting my iTunes as I carelessly head up merging into oncoming traffic. Do not worry about getting in an accident. Worried about getting into an accident with the wrong song. There was a time where I tried to ensure that my musical selection was well-rounded, where my playlist would suit the taste of lovers and friends alike. But I realized no matter how hard I tried, they were never satisfied. Not once ever got, yo, you're a bomb DJ, or this experience is dope. All I would get is, this is my song. So out of the 832 songs that span 96 hours, 5,760 minutes, you only enjoy 3 minutes? 3 minutes? Music is my life, my lifeline. It's the blood that keeps my heart beating. The one thing in my life that I feel is not tainted. I was once asked would I rather be blind or deaf. As I got older, I began leaning towards that. I would rather lose my vision. Because the beautiful thing about sound, music, voices, is when you close your eyes, what can be heard by you is only can be heard by you. So I conclude, don't touch my aux cord. And also, don't you ever touch a black man's radio.
If you would like another beverage from this handsome fella right there, it's last call. So
We raised our arms. But now, my brother's body is a fully stocked armory. You can hear the boom of cannons in his voice, a grand finale of fireworks in his laughter. His heart is trigger happy, chest an arsenal of pride. So when he leaves the house, I'm afraid anyone will mistake his melanin for gunpowder. Any gesture seen as reaching for a gun. His eyes turn gunmetal black when scared. It is hard to conceal his pain. I have seen the way America looks at him, like a wet dream. Call him fetish and prey. My brother is a moving target, a walking excuse, a closed coffin ready for wake. I wish I could paint my brother any other color than chalk outline or mural, camouflage him from this world. Wish I could put a safety on his back instead of a bullseye, remind you he is someone's father, son, uncle, brother, instead of another bastard. Because after all the things my brother can be, America will always be the gun, hatred the bullet that eviscerates my brother's temple, turns his favorite streets into memorial and shrine, exchange his bright future for candlelight vigils. Maybe someday America will stay silent in its holster, will not see my brothers as a weapon, say they feared for their lives. And ain't that ironic, the way I fear for mine?
thank you, poet. Thank you, audience. Thank you, judges. And let me get some numbers. From low to high, I have a 9.2 and a 9.2, a 9.5, a 9.9, and a motherfucking 10. Okay,
His love is like childhood superhero admiration. The possibilities of triumph seem impossible, defeating the inevitable at the penultimate moment. A where have you been type of love moment in time that captures and freezes the world's essence. Shaken beats at the top of the billboard high, man in the mirror reflection of myself. I'd never thought I'd see. He saw. He sees the up and down roller coasters inside of me, while harping on my physical attributes, playing and pulling strings, orchestrating songs that only our hearts can sing, an even score, double overtime, the last second chance, an everlasting second at the 1 yard line. Super. His love is like that.
Go.
Fine, I'll wait for the regulator. Wait, I'm waiting. We're gonna take it real official. I love the drama. Keep it from low to high. I have an 8.8, a 9.0, a 9.2, another 9. Wait a minute, I gotta read this right, otherwise I'll get in trouble. Okay, and a 9.3. Give it up for incomplete. Okay, so now I'm gonna do math, and I'm gonna give you one more tiny gem. The while I do the math thing, and that's we're going to hear one more time from our poet.
Poet of the Night sounds a little prostitute-ish, but I guess.
Hey, you know.
All right, this poem is poem is really about something of what is, what is true that I find really beautiful. It's my testament to what I feel is the more beautiful story of creation, and this is called My Eternity. What is my quantum state? No form for eyes discerning. I can do nothing but wait for weight. With muons and gluons burning, no demon full of hellish fury or soul worth grievous spurning knows the heat that starts my journey. In fractured temporal storming, fragile existence expanding, my protons and electrons forming, the universe is grandstanding. Opposites attract, particles conforming to find orbits in that quantum foam. The first of all elements is swarming, looking for a nebular home. Thick and thin gases, uneven masses, gravity sorts out the clouds' confusion, swept and swirled in stellar morasses. The pressure builds in cores of fusion. My life is nuclear, neutrons are made. I'm turned into carbon at 6 and 6. A supernova ensues as energy fades. I explode into the hydrogen mix. And on, star to star, and finally shaped in molten sphere, cooling crystals of quartz and feldspar. This is my planet. I'm finally here. Hard rock lies still while water flows. Molecules of simple protein grow faster, bathed in the warmth of geothermal glow. Base pairs twist to form that helical ladder. Then in each successive replication, a fight to survive, the natural selection, copies born with random mutations, fear to be subjects of nature's rejection. Smell, sight, and sound, sharpening senses, complexity grows, evolutionary connection, avoiding predation, gaining defenses, building of immunity to combat infection. Here I stand, human against all odds, limping to now, eyes and dried tears, the winner of the day, no need of gods, my prize, a lucky 70 or 80 years. And when it's time, death's touch does not freeze. Atop flaming pyre, my body resides. My ashes blow away with the breeze. Some parts of me become lithified. My carbon is breathed in by the trees. A deer eats grass that has me inside. I glide through time with magnificent ease. I always have lived and never have died. And also, thank you to the Pittsburgh Poetry Collective. This is almost 2 years here, and you guys always been wonderful to me. So thank you for hosting me for this night.
Let's give it City of Asylum in the North Side. I believe that almost all of the poets you saw tonight are already qualified, but you got to keep coming back because people can come and boot you out of your spot. So if you're interested in performing, we want to see you here on the stage. If you want to open mic, anyone here tonight for the first time? Okay, so if you
would
come,
you say that you mean as an appearance or?
No, if you were just here at the Steel City Slam, never been here before,
It's my first time.
raise your hand. And then if you know what we do, on the count of 3, we're going to say the thing we always say. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Please come back. We want to see y'all, especially you, because you got the last Look at it. So we want to see you back here, but first before we leave, I want to tell you who won the Slam. Okay. So this is a very close. Also, I want to applaud the judges because there was no score creep tonight, and the scores were incredibly close. Between first and third was less than a 2-point spread. So we're talking very close point spread on these. So in third place, which is the white ribbon, with a score of 81.7, I have Cheney. In second place, with a score of 82, I have Kevon. And in first place, I have 2 first place ribbons here. And you might be questioning, Sarah Rose, why do you have 2 first place ribbons? And that is because a lot of times not tonight, but a lot of times we have a virtual option for this show where we have a computer over here and like we do the computering things, but I couldn't do that, and I apologize to anyone who was going to log on. But this is a ribbon from May 11th, 2022, and this is a ribbon from tonight. So a double award winner for this evening. Please put your hands together for Shockey with a score of 82.4. Our first place winner for this evening.
If you competed in the slam, please come to the front. Everybody who was in the show, we want to get a quick photo. We hope to see you at the next show here on May 12th, Wednesday night, May 12th. And thank y'all for coming. The Grand Slam is July 11th. July 11th. So you still have 2 more months to come here and get points.
Any chance we can move in a few days?
Nope. It is what it is, sir. All right, thank you so much.
Where did battery go?